Well, we came out here because he's done some amazing things, and he calls it the drive-by barbecue.
Absolutely.
Hashtag drive-by barbecue.
That's right.
And he's taken food to a lot of different people. Now, first of all, how did you kind of get started doing this?
You know, we were in the middle of a pandemic. I've been thinking about it all along, and you know, the cool thing is that people were stuck at home. And you know, with Sonny's Barbecue, we always promote kindness, and you know, what better opportunity to get out and see some people and really drop off some barbecue and just try to lift some spirits. At the end of the day, I want to be, you know, known as a guy that helped take care of people, and that's kind of what Sonny's promotes and what they want us to do.
Now, the interesting thing is how do people get it? I mean, because you had to make choices.
You know, obviously it's like a nomination kind of thing, and people, you know, I got a Twitter page, so it's the Big Boss SS, but I got a Twitter page that people come by, and while I'm cooking Sonny's food or while I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I check my page, and obviously if there's a nurse or a doctor or a single mother or whoever's kind of just like struggling for some food, or somebody that just say wants to try some cool stuff, I reach out to them and see if they got anything going on for the day, just go on by.
But I can tell you, because he brought some to me, just being a nice guy, because we're friends.
I did.
But he didn't ring the doorbell or anything. He just said, go check.
You know, the cool thing is I want people to try to catch me. Nobody has. Nobody has. Yeah, so a lot of times I kind of throw them off. I was like, hey, I'll be there in like 30 minutes. I'm actually pulling up right away. So I think that's the cool thing about the barbecue drive-by is, you know, praise is cool, but it's not really what I'm there for. I just want somebody to get some food and be happy about it. At the end of the day, you know, it kind of lifted their spirits a little bit.
It's cool. It's really cool because they got kids here. So they got. It's actually a mod black, so it's him and his family. So. Barbecue Ninja strikes again. Hashtag barbecue drive-by.
Now, obviously, Shannon's a pit master at Sonny's and does and look at this setup now. I am so envious. Like if there was a pool dead behind this, I really would be freaking out. Okay?
You know, Pat, normally I'm cooking on the back deck back there, which my wife hates, which she hates. So, I mean, this is obviously a perfect spot for all the smokers to be out, especially from smoking a lot of stuff.
And then, of course, they got a big smoker over here that you use for catering as well. But today he's got these going. And do you already have an idea where these are going to what people? Or
No, I mean, I'm going to check my Twitter line here in the next couple hours and see who's kind of hanging out and who's got something to say or who's in some sort of need right now.
Is it now? When will you stop doing this? Is it going to be just when you feel like everybody?
You know, I don't think
it's back to normal.
I don't think it's going to stop. I mean, it's gotten great feedback, and ultimately, I want people to help other people. I mean, it's starting with me. It's starting with the cause of, you know, just dropping off some food. But ultimately, I want other people to adopt the fact of, hey, we're trying to change the world, right? I saw the movie the other day, Pay It Forward, and it was actually one of the best. Helen Hunt and Kevin Spacey, favorite actors. And you know, one kid could change the world by a single act of kindness or whatever. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I want people to adopt the fact of, you know, one single small act of kindness could change somebody's life. And that's kind of what it gets down to.
Well, it does. We ate for 3 days, so I was pretty happy. Now, you brought us brisket because my wife loves brisket.
Yes.
So Shannon's going to show us exactly what he's cooking today, and believe me, it's going to be unbelievable. Now, it's very early in the process.
So actually, they're looking actually pretty good. They're starting to crust up. These ribs have been on for probably about 25-30 minutes now. So they get wrapped in about an hour or so. But they're starting to crust up nice. You can see that nice juice forming at the top. Some of that seasoning sucking some of that juice out of there, forming a really nice bark on them.
You're not allowed to touch, I don't think. Golly, now I'm hungry. And over here on the other, the big one.
And this is the Traeger, and this one I love as we're cooking pork butt and pork collar. So pork collar is normally available at Sonny's. It's the only place I've ever seen to get it, so these are really good. No bone in them, but we have the bone-in pork butt here, which we make pulled pork out of. It's fantastic, love it. You can see it's starting to kind of soak in. That season's starting to dry down a little bit. And this pork collar is starting to kind of wet up a little bit, so that means it's getting to the point it's about to start forming that bark.
You could smell, like, you know, when you watch that barbecue pitmaster show?
Oh, yeah.
The thing that bothers me about that show is you can't smell or eat it.
Oh, yeah.
All you're doing is watching guys cook. And you can, but I can smell it. See, I'm lucky.
These are going to be done, and I'll end up wrapping them in probably about an hour. They'll be done. Put a little butter, brown sugar on them inside the wrap. You really don't need sauce. They're actually really good.
Now, I know you've gotten some appeals from former football players.
I have.
Wanting you to drive by,
Sure.
drive by barbecues.
Sure.
Have you seen any of them?
I have. I've done a couple. Some of them will remain nameless, but yeah, a lot of them have. You know, everybody loves good barbecue, right? That's the cool thing about barbecue is that you know, it appeals to all crowds.
Right.
Like barbecue is like kind of all Americans, friendly, is fun. That's why we throw a barbecue, right?
Again, we think this is great, and one thing to think about is to go ahead and nominate. I mean, obviously, he can't feed everybody in this town.
Sure.
And he can't help everybody, and we appreciate what Sonny's is doing
Absolutely.
obviously for our community. Look, our community is killing it with this thing. We're doing a great job. That's why we don't have very many people hospitalized.
Absolutely.
And hopefully we continue. The big thing is, if you have somebody you want to nominate, and maybe you know somebody that's really struggling. I'll be honest with you. Just the other day, I donated to feed a bunch of people, you know, some lunch.
Yeah.
And I think everybody needs to, as you said, pay it forward right
Absolutely.
now.
Yeah,
This is the time.
Yeah, I just visited the Gainesville Police Department yesterday.
Right.
You know, those are guys that put their lives on the line, not only with just the regular job that they do, but now with this COVID thing out, they're out twofold of like waking up every day. And, you know, even with that, just, you know, feel free to nominate somebody, anybody in need, you know, just to spread a little bit of cheer. Because like I said, you'll never know how a small sample of kindness would change a life or change somebody's day.